Hey everybody, I'm John and this is Blind Whiskey Reviews. Hey everybody, and thank you so much for joining me here today on Blind Whiskey Reviews, the most honest reviews on YouTube. Today we're reviewing the Pinhook Bourbon and Rye, which is a straight rye whiskey, so I'm excited to do this one for you guys. And for any of you that already follow me on Instagram at blind_reviews, you'll probably notice if you pay attention that I just got this whiskey. I picked it up in the last week, so if you don't already follow me on Instagram, go ahead and give me a follow because I post all the stuff I'm picking up, what I find in my hunts, pictures of what I'm doing when I'm out at a bar, grabbing a beer, grabbing a whiskey or whatever. So I try to put some cool stuff out there. So if you haven't already, follow me at blind_reviews on Instagram. Another thing I want to bring up right before we start this video is I want to start doing the occasional kind of topic conversation, things that are, so we can talk a little bit about what's going on in the whiskey world. And I think a fun video to do at first will be, I want to talk about single barrel products. And I want to know your opinion. Are you a single barrel person? Do you hunt this stuff out? And I don't mean store picks. I just kind of mean like the generally released single barrel stuff, Knob Creek, Henry McKenna, stuff like that. So I want to know what your opinion is. Do you hunt it out or do you avoid it? Because people are kind of polarized on this topic, so I'd love to hear what your opinion is. And I kind of want to get some interaction with you guys on these videos, so if you want to send me an email, you can send me an email at blindwhiskeyreviews, that's whiskey with an E, at gmail.com. I would love to hear your opinion on the topic, and I'd love to read your opinion if you want during the video, or if some of you are interested, maybe you can join me on the channel. We can bring you on, do a live chat for a few minutes, and kind of go back and forth and talk about your opinion on what you think about single barrel products. So if you're interested, shoot me a message, leave me a comment, let me know, and we'll get in touch and figure that out. So without further ado, let's get into the Pinhook Straight Rye Whiskey. All right, everybody, let's get into the whiskey. Starting with the color. We're kind of more of the, like a deeper end of like a golden color. So if this is bourbon, it's on the lighter side for sure. On the nose, getting some kind of generic sweet notes. I've gotten a hint of that dill flavor. So maybe we're dealing with a rye whiskey here. Like lighter fruity notes. I can't quite put my finger on what. Maybe some apple. Some other spicier characters. It's all kind of overwhelmed by that, what I'm feeling like is dill. There's a little bit of brown sugar mixed in there. I don't know, I'm digging for something, but let's quit wasting our time and get into the whiskey here. Cheers. I mean, at first taste here, I'm not getting a ton of flavor. I mean, there's stuff there, but it's all kind of muddled. On the back end of the palate, I'm definitely getting some of that dill. I keep calling it pickle every time, like when I did the review of the, what did I do? Willet. But it's dill. I keep getting that dill. The dill character's kind of towards the back of the palate. There's sweetness here. Again, I'm having a hard time picking out what the sweetness is. Like, I can't pick out the notes that are like contributing to that sweetness just yet anyways. Definitely dill, definitely brown sugar on the back of the palate. It's kind of medium to lighter, maybe lighter end of medium mouthfeel. Kind of goes with the tongue. Doesn't last incredibly long. Not a big burn, a little burn on the tongue, nothing going down. So I'm guessing at first taste, maybe we're in that 85 to 90 range. Let's give it another taste. Yeah, it's more the same. I can't separate these notes that are in here. There's just not much going on. So that dill pickle is kind of the one. Quit saying pickle. The dill is the one character that I can really isolate in this thing. The nose is opened up a touch. I can definitely get apple on there. Maybe some vanilla, the dill. I'm feeling like that sweet note's kind of a brown sugar note. One more taste. Yeah, not much to add there. There's definitely a little bit of fruitiness up front, kind of from that apple, and maybe there's something a little deeper in like a berry note. Let's add a little bit of water and see if maybe that can help us pick something out here. Like I said, I'm still feeling pretty comfortable in that 85 to 90 proof range. Nose is about the same. Yeah, didn't change it much. Maybe brought forward a little bit of that fruitiness, the deeper fruitiness, that berry flavor. Almost like a raspberry. Raspberry? Kind of almost like a fruit punch. Anyways, for a rating, I mean, it's not bad. It's drinkable. It might actually be decent in a cocktail. I think this might make a pretty decent old-fashioned. For drinking neat, it's not really doing it for me. It just doesn't have the complexity, doesn't have the character, doesn't have the flavor punch I'm looking for. So for a rating, it's not bad, but I'm going to say it's a 73. It's good, it's average, but nothing special. So let's see what it is. It's probably going to be something amazing. Or at least that's supposed to be. All right, Pinhook Straight Rye Whiskey. Well, we picked the rye out. As far as I know, Pinhook, I didn't really start talking about age. This one, there was no woody characters coming across. Although it wasn't harsh, but there definitely wasn't anything that suggested it had a lot of age on it. But anyways, let me go grab the bottle, and we'll talk about it a little bit more. All right, everybody, we just finished our review of the Pinhook Bourbon and Rye. This is a straight rye whiskey. It is 46.75% alcohol, 93.5 proof. I don't remember exactly what I said. I think I said 85 to 90, so we weren't too far off. This is lot 1. And it says hand bottled in Frankfort, Kentucky, aged more than 24 months in new charred oak barrels. So that doesn't tell us a whole lot. It's distilled in Lawrenceburg, Indiana, so that tells us a bit more. These guys are not distilling their own whiskey, so it doesn't seem like. Sounds like they're buying a product made from another distillery, another large distillery. So I think my issue with this whiskey is the age. And this isn't all necessarily true all the time, but in my experience it tends to be the case, is that when you have a whiskey that's only 24 months old, it doesn't have that chance to develop the flavor that you know, someone like me is looking for, that I look for. So this one was kind of muddled. It had, that dill character from the rye that stood out, but it didn't have a whole lot of complexity going on. You weren't able to really pick out these notes and characters. They were just kind of muddled and mashed in there and kind of overwhelmed by one character. So I think some age will do these guys a lot of good, and once they get a little more time under the belt, because I'm pretty sure they're a relatively new distillery. I dig the bottle. I dig the theme. I mean, I like the horse thing. I like wax. So, I mean, all that's pretty cool. I like their pricing. In terms of value, this bottle, I believe, was somewhere about $34, $35. So reasonably priced. So there's that. It wasn't bad. It's just, I think it could be way better. And I think it will be way better in the future once they can get a little bit more age on these things. Other than that, is what it is. It was decent whiskey. Like I said, I thought when I was reviewing it that it'd make a decent cocktail, and I think that'll be true. Like, again, for me, with the old fashioned specifically, I do prefer rye over bourbon. I think it adds more character to the whiskey, and I think this might be a decent one to throw in there. So I will maybe get back to you on doing a cocktail review with some of these rye whiskeys like Willet and this, and I think those ones do a good job. If you have something to say about Pinhook, you can also email me at blindwhiskeyreviews, that's whiskey with an E, at gmail.com. And as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, if you're interested in putting some comments about single barrel products into a video, you can email me those comments. If you want to join me on the channel, we can maybe work that out if you're interested. So let me know. Shoot me an email, shoot me a DM. And other than that, leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Anyways, thank you for joining me once again, and until next time, cheers.